okay.
We don't have time for this,
We
but
don't.
it feels good.
It's fine. All right. I mean, that's all I can hear in my ears. Do y'all want to? If you could just,
Turn it off.
just turn it off, that'd be great. It'd be so great. You don't even have to do the slow die down. You could have just abruptly cut her off.
Wait, is my audio cool? I'm gonna assume my audio.
You sound great.
Yeah, you actually sound. We all actually sound great.
So, hey everyone, yo. This ain't not to.
Tyler about to beat that ass, boy.
All right, y'all. To be honest, we gotta skip the pleasantries. How y'all doing? My name's Tyler.
I'm Tommy.
I'm Kai.
And we're the good guys. Our space, our words, and our people.
Tommy has made us incredibly late.
Yes.
He's ruined. It's getting crazy.
But you know,
Kai, why are we
live.
clapping?
Because we're the good guys. Is that not a good reason to clap?
That's a good reason, but
The good guys weren't on time today.
yeah. So this episode, we're gonna talk about a couple things because we don't have that much time,
And
so
we're gonna get her in
right into it.
We came to pod.
But before we get into the meat and potatoes,
I changed your drink from Tampico to orange juice. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
If anybody wants to take home a mix of Bacardi,
so wait,
Sprite,
you use that Tampico?
Yes.
That looks like the Tampico you'll get in like Jamaica from the store.
It called me, and that's the only reason I grabbed it. I thought Kai would like it. He looks miserable.
Anyway.
So there's two things I want to talk about really quick before we actually dive into the meat and potatoes of this episode. First one is just a couple of pop culture things, and then look, surprise, Tommy's bringing up the pop culture.
I know.
Shit.
Look at you.
All right, so first thing that everybody is so happy about, Bobby's home.
Oh yeah.
Bobby is fucking home.
Bobby
came home, his hat came down, and changed the weather for 2 days.
Oh yeah, no, it was really
Like,
nice those couple.
what?
This ain't hot, nigga. Yo, turn this shit
What
off.
is this?
Oh,
He
brother.
came out looking like, I don't know what it is, but some of these niggas been coming out looking better than they went
I
in.
actually didn't see any
And
pictures.
there's video footage, like Meet Quavo. All these people, I didn't even know had any association with Bobby. They all came, got him
Yeah, I
out.
heard Quavo got him
flew-
a jet or something.
No,
like that.
yeah, like I think Quavo, I could be wrong, but I believe Quavo was the person who was with them when they got him. And I don't know, they took like a jet to Atlanta. I don't like it.
It's all like that. Like
No, like everyone really
Like,
fucks with him.
it's like his niggas is there when he came out, like that type of shit.
But
yeah.
I didn't know everybody like was associated with him like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, Kai, no, it's.
Does that sound right to y'all?
No.
Or is it just me? Is the audio not in right?
No, I feel
it
like it was
was,
that.
but then I don't know what happened.
I feel like
Can
it's
you
that.
push that in or something?
You really want to make.
The fuck is
It
going on?
sounds empty.
Yeah, all right. So we're gonna figure that out later, or you just play it out loud. To be honest, but,
honestly, but
so yeah, that was the first thing. But I know everybody's
Kai
happy.
really wants this.
I'm really just waiting for this man to drop some music.
I think
That's gonna be some shit.
I'm curious on how that's gonna work because Bobby Smurder, that song came out with a specific like. Kai, okay, it's fine.
Okay, you don't have to.
Everybody,
Just ignore me. Keep talking, David. We don't got time today. That's the name of this episode. We don't got time.
yo, I'm getting at it.
But, yeah, what were you saying?
I was saying that I'm interested to see what his music is going to sound like because that song was put out, I think, during a time where, like, not to say that
2014.
Yeah, but like not to say that like those dances aren't like prevalent now, but they're more like TikTok. We have more TikTok dances now, which I don't think are the same thing.
Those dances aren't prevalent now. I feel
Right.
like those kids on TikTok will see us hitting that and they're like, what the fuck is that? That
The
old
only
Yeah.
time that is relevant now is when that song plays.
What do you mean?
If somebody's at like a cookout and like the DJ decides to throw on Hot Nigga,
Right.
that's the only time that dance would actually look relevant. Too.
Right.
But like if you see anybody else doing it any other time, it's just like.
But I'm
Bro,
interested to
what?
see what
'Cause
else.
back then, you could hit that shit for any song that was on. You just be,
I like.
you know, just your little rock.
I like
1, 2.
I like the fact that he's come out. He's kind of just like You can tell like he's just like he just wants to be around his family. I just
Yo,
no, I
Tyler
do.
was the punch guy.
No,
so
I really y'all. I mean, y'all can't see, but Kai will not leave this cord alone. Kai.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Keep going.
At this point, Bobby Smurder.
that shit sounds terrible.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, dub it.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Now you want to say dub it.
Nah, because I was a firm believer.
You really wanted to try. It's okay.
Right.
But yeah, Bobby
Forgot about
Smurder's
my feet,
home.
all that.
I'm excited to hear what he has coming out. Also, I didn't really pay attention to his music like that. So I'm not even gonna cap. Like I'm like, oh my god,
I mean,
Bobby's coming back.
There was like 5 songs that he dropped
Right.
that was prevalent, and I think it worries me
worries you.
It worries you.
Because will he actually put out music that people will like, or are people just hyping it up? Because he dropped some like. What if he never
Oh,
went
he
to
put
jail?
out 5 songs now.
No. I'm
Oh.
saying like back then.
Before
it
he
was
went
like
in.
Hot Nigga. He did the shit with Roddy
Bobby
Rebel.
Bitch.
Yeah,
Bobby
Bobby Bitch. What was the other one? Like to say with Roddy Rebel.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, there was like 4
Yeah.
or 5 songs that was like back
Kitchen
to back.
one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And like, will he actually put out heat now, or was he just for a period of time back in 2014? And if he
Oh.
didn't go to jail, would he have
been-
died out? Would he
he
still be
been-
relevant?
I think he might have.
Would he have been a Fetty Wap?
Yeah. Would he have been a Fetty Wap?
Because
That's my
Fetty
question.
Wap had a season. I think he would have been a Fetty Wap. I think he would have died out. Honestly.
Because Fetty Wap's not a thing right now.
Yeah.
No, but we can all look back to a certain time period and
But
be
we
like,
had
he
Fet-
owned those years.
I think it's
man.
kind of the thing where it's like we had Bobby, but we got cut off in the middle of our season with him because of this. So then it's kind of the same thing with unfortunately Pop.
I was
So it's
just about to say
We
that.
got cut off in the middle of our season. So there's so much shit we wanted to hear from him, but we didn't get.
But I
to.
just think it's too. I'm not to say one. I'm glad he's out. 'Cause I think the hype is just built on the back of he's not a snitch, especially in a time
true.
period where New York is
6ix9ine.
right, especially during a time period where New York is getting represented by a rat. So it's like. I think he's coming out at a great time just as far as his own like some of his older records are like going through the roof just because people are now streaming it over and over because he's out now. But I don't think after this little time period that he gets out, I personally don't think he's gonna put out anything that's gonna be like
Substantial.
he's not gonna have another hot nigga.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying. It's a
I
lot
feel
of
like
weight
his
on
first
his
song
shoulders.
is gonna be heavily played, and it's gonna get him a lot of money. And I don't know where it's gonna go.
He might
after
get a
that.
couple features. Who knows?
That's
He might
true.
get a couple like because
I mean, he did while he was in jail.
right. So, but like like in the music scene, like I think like you might have like a Quavo or somebody might just put him on the hook or something, just so he'll be in the mix. He'll get some money off of that. But I hope he just enjoys his family. But anyway,
But yeah, main thing, Bobby's back. Everybody's happy.
right before summer.
Daft Punk got traded for Bobby's soul.
I'm sorry.
What?
Y'all didn't see that tweet? It was like Daft Punk because Daft.
Yo, Kai always want to say something that is just like, what?
No, I just never heard. I didn't hear that. What?
Well, Daft Punk retired,
Wow.
and it was the same day Bobby got out. So there was like a soul for a soul. They put
Haven't
up.
they retired
People
like
are
3
sick.
times before?
People
I
are
don't know.
sick.
I'm not even
soul
joking.
for
I'm
a
pretty
soul.
sure I've heard that. Like,
Yo,
they
people are
retired
sick.
many
A soul
times.
for a
This is
soul.
the well,
Neither
no,
one of them are
they
dead.
put the Thanos. They put the Thanos thing when he got the Soul Stone. And he was like a soul for a soul. When he killed
Black
his.
Twitter never fails. Yo, Black
Anyway, whatever.
Twitter
What was
is
the next
never
topic?
fails.
Last in a little pop culture thing, which is just a little quick. Kim filed for divorce.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Oh,
Not
To be
Nah.
Just a
clear
shot.
though,
Yeah.
this happened at the beginning of February,
right.
Yeah.
and
not-
he spent like $12 million the other day trying to do something. I wish I
I don't
could
know.
have
I
my
mean,
facts
do
right.
something like get her back or something?
Nah, I think it was. Let me see. Kind
I
of.
personally think no hate to Kim because I'm over that whole hatred for or disdain for her. I mean, she's doing good things for the Black community now, so that's all that matters. But for her own well-being and for her kids, I think a divorce is better. Kanye needs help. And Kanye has enough money to get help, and I don't know if Kanye is getting help. And there's only so much that anybody can take being a life partner with somebody. Like, obviously, your vows, for better or for worse, for richer for poor, sick, whatever. But if she's trying, now we don't know what they do or say behind closed doors, but you would think that she tried to get this man help. He went through a whole season of just embarrassing her on.
Yeah. Let me ask you something.
Screaming to the top of his lungs, talking about something she was gonna abort North.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah, come on.
Do you think that obviously with Kanye, everything started going downhill when his mother passed?
Of course.
Do you think his marriage contributed to that with Kim? Because I know there was a point in time where people were like, "Yo, as soon as Kanye married Kim, he started acting a little wishy-washy."
I think yeah.
And now what you were just saying, you were kind of like, oh, good for her.
It's good for both of them. Like, I think Kanye needs to focus on his health. And maybe he can't do that in a marriage. And she needs to find separation, because when you're a wife, you almost... Now, I'm not sure how she would be as a wife, but I'm assuming that you would want to dedicate a lot of energy to making sure your significant other gets help. And if he's not doing it, that's draining. Not to say... and she probably contributed to some of his... she probably didn't help, what I'll say. Because, I think he was already on a downward spiral, and they say that Kardashian pussy is toxic. So they say that anybody who gets with them kind of just takes a downward spiral anyway. But I don't know. I just feel personally I think it might be best for everybody. And who am I? I ain't married.
Yeah. But it is what it is.
That's unfortunate.
I find these topics interesting as you see how I got quiet after I introduced the topics? So I find these topics...
Tyler, Kai, talk about this real quick.
So I find these topics interesting by the headlines. It's like, oh, that happened. But then it's to talk about it, I'm just like, okay.
You don't have...
got it.
I don't know. It's sad.
Oh, man. But, so we can pick one of our... because we are short on time, we can pick one of 3 topics that we talked about. It could be the question about people in Kai's group. It could be...
Does that mean?
People
what do you mean by that?
You don't remember our meeting?
I remember the meeting, but...
I got really drunk last night. I don't know.
What do you mean by that?
See? Tommy just says shit to say shit, apparently.
You don't have a right to be upset today. You don't have a right.
All right. So about
niggas in my
meeting
group.
people virtually.
Yeah, who is your group? What?
He's talking about singles in
you did not have to categorize him like that.
Kai's group. Then there's also the question about weight, and then there was the question about hoeing.
What was the weight one again?
What? Just read out the questions.
So weight gain, when is it okay to mention somebody's weight to them?
Right. Okay.
Well, I kind of want to answer all these.
So yeah, it was the hoeing, the weight one, and the singles, John.
We can start with the hoeing and see where we end off.
No, we're only picking one.
Oh.
We only got X amount of time.
Okay. Well, I'll let y'all pick.
So you know what? What we'll also do is whatever topics we don't pick, we'll pick one of them to talk about in the next episode, but we'll let you guys pick it through Instagram.
Whoop, whoop. Okay. So
cool. But which one are we going to talk about right now, though?
Someone pick.
Don't look at me.
I say hoeing.
You said hoeing?
I say hoeing. Or the singles.
What did we talk about last time?
I don't remember.
Toxic.
Singles. Let's do singles. Let's talk about Kai's group. Let's single Kai out today.
I want to do the weight.
Okay, then.
You said you want to do the weight?
Actually, no, let's do singles because the weight is going to take some time and the hoeing is going to take some time because I know we are all going to have some heavy points in both of those topics. But for the single one, it's really easy for me and Tyler to drag Kai.
Oh
so
my
Wait, no, I really... Okay, no.
So bet.
I got dragged last episode.
No, I got dragged last episode. All right, so what was the question again?
So... in today's day and age with Corona and everything, meeting people is basically non-existent. Places are just opening up, right? Mm-hmm. So for people who are single and trying to find somebody like Kai, they have not issues, but they have a harder time than we did before this whole pandemic and shit happened.
Yeah.
So I know a couple people who have been like meeting people virtually and more often now, because of what has happened in the pandemic. And I just wanted to see how this man has been, navigating.
There's nothing wrong with that. I met my man virtually.
Yeah, see?
Oh no, it's not. It's not.
When did you get cuffed?
Wrong.
I got cuffed June.
This past year?
Yeah.
So in the
quarantine.
pandemic. So
Yeah.
actually, you're a
So,
perfect
yeah,
person to
go
talk
ahead,
about
talk
this.
about
Go
that.
ahead. Yeah.
What's the question?
So, all right. So tell us if you don't mind. Tell us. Tell us how your experience was meeting your man and getting cuffed to your man, like in the middle of the pandemic. Really, like not being able to do the regular things that people would do in that stage of talking before that cuffing happens.
It was very hard. I mean, it's definitely worth it because, especially being from Delaware, the pool of people is this small, and so once you feel like you've seen and met everybody, it's like it's not great. So social media and virtually meeting him. I'm not gonna say virtual, like I was on a dating app, but it was through a Zoom, one of those Zoom.
Oh, you met your man through Zoom?
It was a Zoom party?
Zoom party.
Yo,
Hey, yo, that's lit.
Nah, that's guy.
It was lit. It was lit. So I mean, dating him was definitely hard in the beginning because obviously, and I'm a very physical person. Like my love language is physical. One of them is physical, and so obviously that was eliminated a lot because he's from North Carolina. So it was definitely a lot of work just trying to, fill in those gaps that we weren't able to give each other because of the distance and because we communicated mostly online. I think our situation is very different though because he moved down here quick. So
Up here.
right? So, shut up. Yeah, he moved up here for our relationship. I'm not gonna just say for our
Yeah, I was about to say
He moved up for
the relationship. Can you say it's for the relationship? Does he listen to the pod? I think we asked this before.
He does. Yeah, he knows that.
He gonna cuss you out. He gonna tell him why you say that.
Up.
He-
Nah,
I mean-
I fuck with that heavy.
Because there was job opportunities up here, but he moved up here for me.
I fuck with that.
So it depends on who he's a Leo, so we love hard, so that's part of it. But I don't know. It may not work like that for everybody, but
So,
it's
yeah,
been decent for.
I was
it's
about
been
to
good
tie
for us.
that. What you just said, it may not work for everybody.
It may not.
So would you say that situation? Let me not say Kai, just you. But,
I'm here. It's okay. Pick on me.
but would either of you say that situation is like not one in a million, obviously, but is it like a blue moon type of situation in today's day and age? Would you say people find people in that way?
Yeah, I think you have to.
Have you been able to find people in that way? No.
like how she did? No. This nigga answered for me. I didn't even know what happened. Nigga, look at me.
No,
I
you
didn't.
didn't.
The question didn't even register in my head yet. Damn, I don't even repeat the question. Have I found-
Basically. All right. So let me change the question. How have you navigated being single in this time of Corona?
Bro, I
Stayed single.
stayed single pretty much.
No, but all right. So have you been?
I haven't been actively looking to pursue anybody.
Exactly,
It's
so-
a little. I don't use dating apps. I'm against it. If I ever do use a dating app, it'll be when I move out of
Wait,
Delaware.
why are you against it?
You know how many people in Delaware use dating apps that we already know? Like you said, Delaware's so small. I don't need them to see my
wow.
shit pop up
Why?
because I don't want to.
But why?
And
Like,
I'll-
are you like? Is it like an embarrassing thing? Like, oh, I don't want anybody to know I'm on an app.
Nah, it's nothing embarrassing about that. It's just mind your business.
See, no. Let's. I'm
You
gonna
could be
put
trying
a
to
pin in
get-
that. I'm gonna actually type that in right now. I'm gonna put a pin in that for the whole question.
Oh,
Okay. Well,
okay.
anyway.
all right.
But no, yeah, so I don't use any dating apps, and I also just don't really feel like it. If I were to meet somebody, like, for example, there was this one girl I saw when we went to Sela Green, or what's that place called?
The roof place.
Yeah, man. Yo, if
Really?
that girl finds this podcast, beautiful young woman, I swear she was about to come up and talk to me.
Ooh, maybe the podcast will help you find her. What
I
if she
doubt it.
listens?
I fucking doubt it.
This is for you, girl.
She has skates. She has skates around her neck. Like, y'all know I like to skate. So I was like, oh, curly hair. Anyway.
Aw.
This nigga found his dream girl.
Anyway, nonetheless, yeah, I haven't really been I've just been kind of waiting it out. Like, I
That's
don't
gotta
know.
be. I don't know. That's
Also,
gotta
I've
be
been
hard.
in a phase of trying to focus on myself. So,
That's true. That's good.
but then
How
at the
long
same
has this
time,
phase
I
been?
don't know because I'd be breaking my rules anyway.
I was about to say because I was about to say.
don't air me out, man. Please don't air me out.
All right, don't worry.
Tommy,
we have a question. We have a question for Hoeing.
Tommy has seen me. Tommy has seen me walking around and canoodling or
Ooh.
conversing with certain people. And-
Oh, I wasn't even gonna bring that up.
Oh, that's what I thought you were
Not
saying.
he aired himself out.
Incriminating
What the fuck
himself.
were you about to say?
No, I wasn't gonna say nothing.
I don't know. But before, all right. Anyway, back to this.
I mean,
I'm
we
telling
do
on
want to
myself.
talk about
Nah,
it.
we don't gotta.
You're telling
But-
niggas
but
We got
prior-
another question.
But
That's another question.
prior to Corona, I have been very versed in DM sliding. So I guess
It's the same thing.
I know it's virtual.
It's just more. I guess you just want
It's
the
just like-
privacy.
I guess-
of-
It's just
But
like
yeah.
when you DM slide, like okay, you actually have the chance to set up a date quicker than
Exactly.
with Corona. Corona is like, you got to see how that person's feeling about it. Like, oh, I don't really go out, and then even if you two both agree, okay, let's go out. I feel safe with you. It's just like, where can you really go?
Right.
There's limitations
There's
on what you can
limitations,
do.
Yeah. So
I don't think that again, I think it takes very particular people because I'm not trying to say that it was easy. It tested our relationship, but it was definitely it's definitely worth it. But I think some people, especially this generation, we like instant gratification. Like if
Yeah.
things aren't perfect or sunshines and rainbows for the majority of the time, or you get hit a rut where it's like problematic for a little bit, we're liable to just be like, nah, can't do it, don't want to do it, not worth the energy. In reality, that was our situation where it was like, this is tough. I told him, I was like, I don't know how much longer I can do this.
I think the part that you were stuck on is the long distance part. And, you added a different element to it.
True.
That's true.
Tommy's question kind of just feels
It's just
like
a virtual.
it's just virtually meeting somebody different because
Gotcha.
obviously
Yeah,
like
this is
you
like
can't
meeting
walk
somebody new.
you can't walk into the store and expect, oh, that girl looks cute,
Oh,
let me
yeah.
walk up and talk to her, because then it's like, yo, stay 6 feet, and then you don't ever really know what their face
You can't
looks
see
like. Like, yo, flash me real quick.
Going up to
there
somebody
have
to
been
randomly talk to them now is just it sounds wild.
It's
Yeah,
taboo.
it sounds wild. It's
It's
taboo.
so taboo.
So you were taking it with your experience with the addition of long distance,
Right.
And that's what made things hard. But like, if I had just met a girl on Instagram that also lives in Delaware or Philly, even, it's just like it's still a when can I come see you? When do you feel like it's safe?
Right.
Especially with the type of work that we do. Maybe she works from home, but I travel a lot for work.
Exactly.
And maybe
Yes.
she doesn't feel comfortable with that. Like, see, that's part of what I'm like talking about, because that could be a turn off for somebody. Like, say Kai meets somebody and then they find out that he travels so much for work. That could be a turn off to them for right now. But in actuality, that could have been Kai's
I feel
soulmate.
like-
Yeah.
On some shit. But because of today's precautions in day and age, it's just hard to do that. I don't want to. I know. We're
I'm so
short on
sad,
time.
man, because I came to pod.
I know.
man.
This is a great conversation. But to kind of wrap it up really quick, because I want to put my 2 cents as well.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't really had. How can I explain it? My relationship started right before Corona. Look at you, fucking up on a pod.
Last week was
I'm trying to turn any attention away from
I
myself.
know, right?
So, what's it called? My relationship started. I started talking to my girlfriend in 2019, and then we got cuffed in like late 2019, and we did all our little cuffy shit for a couple months. We had that before Corona came in and like messed everything up. So I had a little bit of both. So I was chilling, I think, because it was like I had my outside.
Right.
Even though it was only a couple months, I know I'm still gonna go back to it, but it was like I still had the opportunity to do that. So it's like, excuse me, that's the opportunity that I am wondering about for people now. Like, you don't have that opportunity.
It's
to go
also
out and
harder
do
because back
whatever you
then
wanna
we
do.
didn't think that this shit was gonna be this long. though.
Exactly.
I will
That's true.
say, and I ain't trying to put my business too far out there.
Okay.
But it's not too bad, like just going over to someone's house and making up things to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, tonight we're gonna cook XYZ, or we're gonna try this recipe, or we're gonna watch this whole series of movies. Like, we're gonna watch all the Transformers movies on Saturday, and then Sunday we're gonna watch all the Harry Potter movies.
Do that.
You know what I mean? What? Transformers?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm just
I know.
This is shit. So I'm gonna have to cut us off here, guys.
Yeah, we gotta go.
All right, y'all. So thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. Check us out next or in 2 weeks.
Not pulling out the mask already.
Yeah, we gotta go.
We
man.
gotta go. All right, y'all. Bye.
Adios.
Bye, niggas.
Honestly and truly, girl, you got me thinking things, got me contemplating that maybe we can. Honestly and truly, oh my baby, you got me going crazy. Look, said she want a bad boy, but she went and got a sad boy. I knew that shit would never last, so I've been getting to the